we got Life Class with Jay.
Shout out to Miss Regina Hart and my cousin Elizabeth and Miss Shauna Burrows chiming in.
What's going on?
Hey, Shauna listening?
Yeah, Shauna's listening. Shauna, get your boy.
Listen, I wanted to go back to a previous discussion in this life class. I know you guys want to do Wine and 69. I get it. I want to hear Wine and 69. And I'm not even freaky. But anyway. Wine and 69 will be back next week. And I'm sure she will be off the chain. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name. Hit the shake it fast.
Listen. Let's talk about purpose for a second. All right. First thing about purpose. Now this is going to be hard. This is going to be tough.
This is good because a lot of people wanted you to go in deeper about purpose last time.
Well, they don't really want me to go deep about purpose.
Okay, but go ahead and do
what you do. Listen, purpose. The first thing about purpose is you must understand that your purpose is not about you.
Ooh.
Your purpose will never be about you. Your purpose is always about the greater good.
So it's not about what I like to do?
It's about others. It's about others. It's what's been placed in you from the very beginning. That's your purpose. The problem is oftentimes we get things confused. We think our ambition and purpose is the same thing. But they're not. Most of us have a desire to achieve in life, and we want to use our purpose to take us there. But very few people actually get to do that. Purpose is always about the greater good, helping others, and about serving humanity. So if I'm about the greater good, helping others, and serving humanity, will I do it for free? Most of us will not. Mm-hmm. Most of us have to get paid in order to do our purpose.
Right.
Now, once I'm getting paid doing my purpose, it's hard to stay in alignment with the purpose because now I'm becoming ambitious. I wanted to take it bigger. I wanted to make it bigger. I wanted to be more well-known. I wanted to be seen, the platform to be greater. Preachers do it all the time, by the way. By the way. So am I ambitious? Am I looking for money? Am I looking to provide for my family? Or am I willing to serve my purpose? I think we know the difference between ambition and purpose, but I just want to briefly talk about ambition. Ambition, an ambitious person is a person that's willing to work hard, is dedicated, pushes hard to succeed, determined to succeed, will do whatever it takes just about in order to get success and to continue to get success.
Right.
That's an ambitious person. Nothing wrong with ambition, but let's call it what it is. Am I ambitious or am I looking for a purpose?
Ooh.
Because my purpose is the reason why I exist. The reason why something is done, the reason why something is made, the reason why something is used.
Right.
So why am I here as a person? Why do I exist as a person?
I think Jada helped August find his purpose.
You know what?
So listen. Our purpose is pure. Our ambition is about us.
Right.
True.
Okay? So if we're looking for purpose, we must first look within. And you really don't have to search for purpose because purpose resides right where you are.
It's true. It's very true.
So if I...
What does that mean, Jay?
If I have a family, my wife, my child, my children, that's my purpose. The problem is most parents won't accept that. We want our purpose to be something greater. Something on the outside of the home. Listen, if we will all operate within our purpose on the inside of our homes, when our family members walk outside of the home, then we have served the community. We've done the greater good.
Right.
if we would just serve our purpose in our homes. Women, you have a purpose in your home.
Right.
Men, you have a purpose in your home. So now, if we would seriously focus on our purpose and do it to the best of our abilities, if everybody on the block did that, how much better would society be?
Key operative term, if.
Yeah.
So stop spinning your wheels. Stop searching for purpose, because really what we're looking for is ambition. We want to build. Listen, that was a city in the Bible, and you Bible scholars can help me now, because I went to Sunday school, but I wasn't really listening. Stop it. Listen, Baal, right? Babel, excuse me, Babel. I said Baal. Babel. The building of the city. Mm-hmm. They wanted to build a city with skyscrapers, big buildings. And then God came along and confused their language in order to stop them from building, because the city that was being built was about them. It wasn't about God.
Right. Yeah, I remember this story.
So how many times has God created a disconnect amongst us so that we won't be able to? Okay, never mind.
Corona.
Because we too often listen. We walk through the communities and we see all the churches. There's church on every block.
300,000 churches.
Church on every corner.
And on one street.
All these mega churches. Listen, the men that are starting, or the people that are starting, I'm sorry I said men, the people that are starting all these churches are really getting their purpose confused with their ambition. Because oftentimes we call them PK, preacher's kids, because he neglected his purpose on the inside and went out there and tried to help the greater good on the outside and didn't do his job on the inside. In other words, he neglected his family for his platform. That's not purpose, because purpose is only about serving others. And the way most of us will serve is through our families. That's how we serve the greater good. Now, in life, things can happen to you in life that can give you an additional purpose. For instance, if you are abused as a child and you deal with that and realize that I can use that in order to be a blessing to other people that come behind me. Mm-hmm. So what we go through in life can oftentimes be a purpose.
Right.
But the question is, am I seeking to make money? Am I seeking to build a platform? Am I seeking to build an empire with that purpose? Or am I really seeking just to serve mankind?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Most people get that confused. So we want to become public speakers. Mm-hmm. Not just so we can help people, because we're not helping those around us. We want to be public speakers so we can get a platform, so we can be elevated. Same thing with preachers. We want to get a platform. We want to be elevated. Same thing with book writers. We want to get a platform. We want to be elevated. We want to make money. Mm-hmm. If you are living in your purpose, it's right where you are right now. Serve those that are within your circle right now. That is your purpose.
That was good, Jay.
Now that offends some people, and you might disagree with that, and that's okay. I understand. You keep going that merry-go-round looking for purpose, and it's right there in front of you. God's waiting on you to step up and be the man that you're supposed to be in your household, the woman that you're supposed to be in your household. All this other societal stuff that we have is an add-on. Mm-hmm. The basic core of the family unit is our purpose.
Mm. Well, I want to piggyback on that. Just right quick. If you're a man, or if you have a husband, or you just got a house full of daughters and they're dating, this is what I've been recently dealing with about purpose. Men are instructed to build from God, by God. That's what we're supposed to do. Build. You are a builder, man. What are you building? ask yourself 3 questions. What are you building? Who are you building it for? And why are you building it? Okay? What are you building?
The why is important.
Who are you building it for? And why are you building it? Every man needs to ask himself those 3 questions. And once you answer those 3 questions, all your money need to go to those 3 things first before it go anywhere else. All your investments, all your energy needs to go to those 3 things first before it go anywhere else. So I just want to say that. All right. All right, y'all. We're going to switch over to the hot topic. The hot topic of the day is, are you emotionally satisfied? Wow, sounds kind of deep.
What does that mean?
Well, every day.
Let me play this right quick.
Okay, go ahead. What you finna play? All right. Cut. You know what? That was the jam back in the day.
What y'all know about emotions?
We used to remix it and put McDonald's in there, but y'all know what it is. Anyway, emotion. Are you emotionally satisfied? We as Americans, we wake up every day to better ourselves financially, while ignoring our emotional state, our spiritual state, our mental state, our physical state. We ignore all those other ones and we're focused on the financial state. The first most important thing is probably the spiritual. The second most important thing will probably be emotional. Are you emotionally satisfied? Were you emotionally satisfied as a kid?
A lot of what we didn't get as a kid, as a child, it lingers over into our adolescent age. Then it becomes part of our adulthood. Then it becomes part of our being. It just is. And so a lot of times for women, we are very emotionally driven. We are emotional creatures. We are driven by emotion, moved by emotion. We have a bad breakup, we get the, gallon of ice cream and we watch love romance movies and we just eat pizza and ice cream and we cry and we have, a girlfriend or 2 over the house and we get to venting and we get to talking about his ass and talking about how he just did us wrong. And we all just have a waiting to exhale moment. We are emotionally driven. So that means that our emotions fluctuate. They're very seesaw-ish. It's on a seesaw. It's high, it's low. It's high, it's low. It's high, it's low. And so
Which is why y'all crazy as hell.
It might be. It might be. But the reality is, Jada Pinkett Smith has not only tarnished, not only hurt, not only incriminated, damaged, and tainted the image, the brand, the trademark, the staple, the logo of her marriage to Will Smith by not being emotionally satisfied. And so much so,
man, that was deep.
So much so that she stepped outside of her covenant to go and fulfill the need to want to be happy, to try to seek happiness, to try to seek fulfillment somehow, some way, not understanding that it all really rooted from daddy issues. That's really, really the root of this thing.
Right.
And so I often become a counselor indirectly to a lot of my girlfriends.
Y'all gonna start paying my wife.
Wow.
I'm tired of y'all calling my wife all the damn time with these problems. She ain't getting paid. Wow. She a certified counselor, by the way. Y'all need to start paying my wife. We charge $50 an hour around these parts.
Wow.
She needs to counsel you.
I know that's right. And so when I'm talking to my girlfriends, when I'm talking to the ladies, a lot of it is emotion. He hurt me. I don't feel complete. I don't feel like he gets me. He just doesn't have the intuitive factor about him, or it's always something about him. It always refers back to him. And I often question and challenge them to look at self. Because when you're making it about somebody else, it's really not the somebody else. It's really about you. Mm-hmm. And so I'm the friend that says, okay, I understand he did that. And yeah, that was messed up. I get it. He shouldn't have done that. But
he's not the issue.
There you go. Are we emotionally satisfied? Because this will show up in your relationship with anybody, whether it be male or female. It does show up. Right. It will show up in your parenting. Mm-hmm. Some of us are physically there, we're financially there, but we're not emotionally present. Yeah. We don't even know how to show our young ladies or our young men love because we are in a deficit.
Because we were never shown love.
Because we were in a deficit.
Right.
I don't know how to give you something I don't have.
Right. Yeah. So it's two types of people. What you didn't get in your childhood, you gonna run to it, or you gonna mimic it. Okay. You either gonna do or give an overload of what you didn't get, or you gonna mimic how you were treated. Okay? So
did you say give an overload of what you didn't get?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I find myself giving an overload in a lot of areas to my kids of what I did not get. Because I knew what it felt like not to get it. You know, so I really try to practice giving it all the time because I know what it felt like not to get it. And being emotionally available for for people, it can be tough. You know, there's been times where I have not been emotionally available to my own wife because I was such in a deficit emotionally, and it's been tough for me to try to give her, fuel her, fill her cup, and my cup is empty. You know, so that's one of the things that I've had to deal with.
That's an interesting thought. So men have this issue too. It's just not women.
No.
Men are emotionally not available because of what they too experienced in childhood.
True. But if a young man shows emotion at an early age, isn't there men in their lives that say, "Quit acting like a girl, don't be acting like a little, quit crying, quit." Men are
they call it toxic masculinity, and
men are taught at an early age not to be emotional,
not to show,
right?
Emotions.
Not to show it. If you are, though, you better not show it.
And so you silence that, and then you get in a marriage, and you don't know how to express yourself to your wife, who is driven by emotion.
Yeah, you're about to grow up and marry a woman who's gonna need you to show it.
Yes.
And you were taught in your childhood
not to show it.
Hide it. If you do have emotions, act like you don't.
That's why parenting. I oftentimes say, parents, we get our purpose twisted because most of us feel like we're raising kids, and we're actually not raising kids. We're raising kids to be adults. That's the whole purpose of being a parent, is to send that kid out into adulthood healthy, whole, and prepared for life. But too many of us.
Gotta hold it up, baby. Hold it up.
Too many of us. Have mercy. Like I'm in the
Hey, we got a new feature on the show, y'all. We got the money gun.
Too many of us are trying to raise good kids, but we're not trying to raise healthy, whole adults. And just because I do what you tell me to do as a kid, because I follow your instructions as a kid, partly because I'm scared of your ass, because you have threatened to kill me. 2 chops to the throat. 2 chops to the throat. because I do what you tell me to do doesn't mean I'm ready for adulthood. So parents, we have to educate ourselves, and that's why wisdom comes with age. We should know what it takes to be successful and healthy and whole as an adult, and we should pour that into our kids on a daily basis. That's our job. That's our purpose.
Yeah. Well, I like to get wisdom from reading. I don't like to wait on age because it take too long. And I feel like
Wait. It's not that you're waiting on age. Age happens. You learn as you grow. It's not that you're waiting until you're 40 to all of a sudden be wise. You learn as you go along.
Some people
feel that when they turn this age, they're gonna all of a sudden.
Some people think maybe that ain't me right now. Maybe when I get older, Some people wait till they get older to start growing and acting right. I say you need to get you a book. First of all, what are you raising your daughter to be?
What are you raising your son to be?
Are you raising your daughter to get her degree and get her bag? That means all the wife stuff is ignored. So when she become one, she don't know what to do. When you raising a son, especially single mothers that the father's not in the boy's life, are you overloading on nurture and love because the father's not there? So when he becomes a man, he's soft.
Or he grows up, as Jay said, entitled. He grows up with an
expectations.
He's entitled.
Right.
He has an entitled spirit. He's uncouth. He's rough around the edges in a bad way, not in a manly way.
Because mama catered to him, and he expects for every other woman to cater to him the exact same way.
He want to put a skirt on.
Right.
He ain't got no.
Wait. You say put a skirt on?
Yeah, he want to put a skirt. He want to put a skirt on. Cause all he see is women. He don't see no men in the house.
I see what you're saying.
His emotions is all jacked up.
Wow.
He ain't got no masculinity in his bones. And mama, you don't know how to put it there. But there's some men in your family that you need to let this boy get a little rough around the edges by, so that he can grow up and understand what it is to be a man. What it is to be an emotional man.
Do I have to be rough to be a man?
No.
No, you don't have to be rough to be a man.
Can I shed some tears to be a man?
Yes.
You should.
And it's okay. That's what I tell
Can I show my feelings?
9-year-old.
Can I show my feelings?
Yes.
And be a man?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So then what's manhood?
When I say rough around the edges, it means your ass ain't scared to pick up a damn hammer or a wrench or a 2x4 or build something or fix something.
Manhood is about serving those among you and not making it about you. Manhood is about building the greater good in those around you, and instead of you focusing on
She's been listening.
you.
She's been listening. She didn't know that by herself. She's been listening. She's been listening. She said last week she been working with me on on whether or not I would leave my wife if she cheated on me. My answer has always been hell yeah, I would leave. But she said she's been working on me, and now all of a sudden I'm changing my tune. I ain't sure I changed it just yet, but I'm working on it. Now she's talking about what a man does. She's learned that it's a man's job to build his family. Not.
Now, one thing about me, Jay, I listen when you talk.
Nah,
I actually write. I'm writing half the
we
time.
We get our maleness confused with our manness.
Mm-hmm.
Our maleness is all about our anatomy.
Right.
Being a man is mental.
Mm-hmm.
It's about our relationship with God.
Mm-hmm. Spiritual and emotional.
So
that's what being a man is.
How do I become emotionally satisfied?
Satisfied.
Not full, just
but
satisfied.
Because
emotionally, I'm good. How do I get there?
I'm gonna say it's hard for a black man in America to be emotionally satisfied because of everything, the way that America is constructed today. It's tough for a black man to be emotionally satisfied. So we have to go out of our way. We got to go the extra mile. We got to go research, ask, seek, and knock to become emotionally satisfied. Okay? You need to read, brother. You got to read. What are you reading? I think a man is emotionally satisfied when he is building something great for his family. When he is serving his family, it gives him fulfillment. When he is serving his wife, serving his kids, he's building for them, and he's respected by those around him, it pours into him emotionally. It fills his emotional cup. Men were created to serve. Men were created to build. We got this from God. We were created to solve a problem. So when we do those things efficiently, we get filled emotionally.
It's an immediate gratification.
Yes. Because it brings back to us love, respect, reverence, serenity, peace, joy. That's how a man gets joy. A man gets joy by building, serving his loved ones. That's where it's at.
Listen, I agree with what he just said. The key to being emotionally satisfied for a man is to understand that it's not about you.
Mm-hmm.
That really is it. Listen, women, if I could be honest for a second, all that I would do, I don't do because it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
I see ass out there on a daily basis. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there. Because some of y'all need to be told. I see ass out there on a daily basis that I wouldn't mind rat-a-tat-tatting.
Everybody point your hands this way and just pray for me.
I'm just telling you the truth. But because I'm a man, I can put aside my maleness and say, you know what? It has nothing to do with being a man. It has everything to do with male anatomy. So therefore, I won't do it because I'm here to serve. Listen, I'm gonna go a little bit further.
But you also even think about what you have and what you don't want to ruin. What you've already built.
Right. Because men are builders. We don't destroy. We build. That's why that August fella ain't no man. I say ain't no man. Because he put out a song to destroy somebody else's life. You don't talk about breaking some man's wife back on no song.
Hold on, Jay. Wait. Let me interrupt you right quick.
Did I go too far?
August Alsina put out a song to build and resurrect his career. But when a man is building something, it's not supposed to tear down somebody else.
Ooh.
That's how you know you're building. If a man is building something, it will not tear down somebody else.
Correct.
He's turned down. He's talking about breaking her back in that song.
At the expense.
So me being a man.
Thank you, Ms. Regina Hart. She's praying for me.
There are things. there are things I would like to drive that I don't drive because it's not about me. Mm-hmm. There were things I would like to have that I don't have because it's not about me.
Ooh.
My daughter just the other day. Now I'm gonna go too far. I know we're on a podcast and folks can hear us, but I don't give a damn. Listen. My daughter the other day was helping her mama fold clothes, and she was holding up Daddy's underwear and folding that. And she said, "Daddy, you need some new
underwear."
Did it have some big ass holes?
How many holes are you gonna? She said, "Mama, you need to get Daddy some new baby. Daddy's drawers don't matter.
Yours do.
My draws don't matter. My family matters.
There you go.
And as long as my family is taken, now this is manhood.
You might stop having a family if you don't take care of them draws.
I might go too far with manhood for some, but listen, manhood is about them. If I make it about me in that area, I'll make it about me in another area, in another area, in another area. It's not about me.
Right. Now, a word comes to mind, balance. Where is the balance in your life? Okay? Because I got to give me some clean draws, bruh. Sorry.
Mr. Russell chimed in and he said...
I never said my drawers weren't clean. I said they just came out the wash.
I'm sorry. I got to give me some draws that ain't got no holes in them.
Amen to that.
Oh, I understand.
We've all experienced that moment.
I understand.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't cast no damn stone quite yet.
Being a man.
Draws matter, don't the baby?
Being a man is about your family.
You know that.
Now, if your wife wants to see you in better draws, then she go buy the draws. But the reality is
because men say if you want to see your girl in some better lingerie or some better draws, then she needs to go out and buy it, and she needs to present herself as
if you want to see her in it, if you want to see her in it, you go buy it.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree, but both people should be buying.
My wife just texted me for talking about them draws.
Yeah. But throw them hoes in the trash. Them holy draws.
So just to chime in, Mr. Russell said, being emotionally satisfied is an inside job.
That's right.
Just my opinion.
That's right.
And I want to definitely second that statement.
Right.
How do you become emotionally satisfied? First things first is forgive yourself.
Which means you have to take it off of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to you was not about you.
It wasn't about you.
It was never about you.
Right.
So quit holding that as your own. That's my advice. First things first, forgive yourself.
That's right.
Take it off of you.
Let it go.
Second thing, learn to heal.
Right.
Hear with an expectancy to move forward, and don't hear with a wounded ear that only allows you to operate from a wounded place. When someone comes into your life to speak goodness and positivity into your life and shows you a meaning of love, then you
Give me some dollars.
It's only then that you're able to really move forward in that healing, because we don't know how to receive love if we've never been properly loved.
Right.
And if we're operating from that standpoint of pain, we're listening in order to reinforce that pain.
Right.
We're not listening to overcome it and to move forward.
The problem is people don't know they doing that.
Which is why sometimes when women listen to their husband, he can say 101 good things about you, but she holds on to that one negative thing.
Yep.
Because she's trying to reinforce what she thinks about herself.
Yep. And so women are often very hard on themselves. So when men come along and give that one negative thing, it is very damaging. So first things first is forgive yourself. Second thing is heal. Heal. You have to heal. Whatever it takes for you to receive your healing, you must be willing to do.
I like it.
Nothing is more important than your healing.
Right.
You have to be healed. And then thirdly, you have to be able to accept and give and receive love, because love conquers it all.
I want to say this, and you can chime in with me and help me out with it, but sometimes even in my healing process, I make it about me.
Oh, yeah.
So now I become
a victim
of the healing process. And instead of just letting it go, I now have to tell my story in order to reinforce what has happened to me. We're still making it about me. And that's a problem in a lot of relationships, because he's waiting on you to let it go and you still making it about you. You saying that you're healed, you saying that you're moved on, but you're still talking about you. And the pain that you experienced.
And that's why I said in the beginning, you have to let it go.
What
happened to you is not about you. It just happened to you. You just happened to be part of the bigger picture. It was a bigger picture at stake. You played a role in it, directly or indirectly. You played a role in it, but you have to release that from yourself. And you know what, ladies? We have to purposefully surround ourselves amongst women that are positive, that are vibrant, that vibrate on a higher level. We need to purposefully surround ourselves amongst people that bring the good out in us. And we need to purposefully do things for ourselves, because we as women, we are naturally nurturers. We care for others. We give till we don't have any more to give. And we run ourselves dry by just pouring and pouring and pouring, and we never quite recharge. So then we're running on a thing called faith and fumes.
Right.
At least that's my story. At least that used to be my story. I've evolved. If it doesn't involve evolving, I'm not involved
already.
And so I'm about moving forward. I'm about raising the bar better for the better of my good, because I am raising a woman. And I say a woman because just as Jay just talked about, we're raising our kids to become adults. And my child is 18 years old. She's an 18-year-old young lady that will one day become a woman in this world, in this society. So I have to teach her what womanhood looks like. And so I now purposefully have to live my life out on purpose. So that she can see what that looks like. And so I challenge each and every woman that's chiming in, that's listening, that's watching us, not only to do your work, you got to do your work, right? In the words of Iyanla Vanzant.
Right.
But you got to do your work and you got to heal. You have to heal. So many of us are carrying so many emotional wounds that we are so emotionally toxic. We're devastated. We're not in a good place emotionally.
A wise man once said, procrastination is one of the top 3 causes of failure in the world. Procrastination is one of the worst human characteristics that a human being can carry. And we usually carry or apply that characteristic when it's time for us to heal. When it's time for us to go from a broken place to a place of fullness, wholeness. We apply procrastination in that area swiftly. We'll go 10, 15 years, 20 years carrying this one thing, not speaking to somebody for 10, 15 years, when all you're doing is changing your reality. Most people do not know when you carry pain in your belly, in your emotional house, you will attract a painful reality, painful people, painful conversations. You will find yourself having these conversations. You will find yourself meeting people who are also hurt. All of these things will start coming into your life that match that pain or attract that pain. If you no longer want it, you have got to get rid of it. And most of us, we just give up on it because we don't know how to get rid of it. We don't believe we can.
That's dealing with them weeds in your personal garden.
That's right. When you are born, you are in a personal garden. Your parents put seeds in that garden. Ooh. But it's your responsibility.
They should plant seeds.
They planting seeds whether they are planting good ones or they ain't planting nothing. They still planting.
There were some bad ones that were planted.
If you absent, you planting seeds.
Woo.
You planting seeds whether it's purpose or not. But it's your responsibility to pull the weeds out of your own garden. People can help you, but you have to do it. If you don't, you will attract a reality that you don't want.
And the longer you wait to pull that weed, the deeper that weed has gotten.
The deeper,
rooted,
the thicker it gets. Rooted. Harder. Callous.
So now it's going to take more than just one hand or two fingers to pull it up. You got to use both hands.
You got to go get a damn bulldozer.
You got to go get a shovel to dig that weed up out of your life because you've allowed it to take root.
Yeah.
Okay. I need a shovel.
But believe it's possible. You can change. There is a better reality outside of your pain.
According to Jay, baby, people don't change.
Wait. You've pulled the weed out of your garden, but you still in the garden.
Yeah, your garden never leaves.
Your garden doesn't change.
Your garden never change.
Okay.
Not never change.
He's trying to argue that you don't change.
No, your garden will change. Your garden can go from having multitude of weeds to having a multitude of fruit.
Yes, some beautiful flowers. yes.
What the hell you getting there, Jay?
But people, for the most part, you have to keep tendering to that garden.
Yeah, you got to
keep caring for that garden.
Yes, you do.
Most people don't do that.
Right.
And therefore the weeds come back.
You can never leave your garden.
Every year, I have to go out there and pull them weeds in my yard. Them same weeds in them same spots, them same areas. And what the hell? Why can't I get rid of these weeds? Because I got to keep caring for. It's an ongoing process.
The same way you watch your garden.
Like a marriage.
The same way you watch your yard. The same way you watch your tub and your toilet to know when it's time to clean it. That's the same way you got to watch your emotional house.
Can therapy help?
Yes.
I'm all for therapy.
Every person that's ever went to therapy has said, man, I feel better.
I know some people that have spent thousands of dollars and they're still stupid.
Well, therapy don't fix stupid. You need to read books and gain wisdom, knowledge. But therapy fixes emotional problems.
I do believe more of us need therapy. But you have to go into therapy open, not trying to win, but trying to learn. Most of us go in there as if we're trying to educate the therapist or prove that we are right and they're wrong.
Right.
Versus listening to learn, listening to grow.
Yes.
So therapy can help, but you have to position yourself prior to therapy to be open to it.
You have to go into therapy ready to do your work. You have to walk into a therapy session ready to hear about where you have fallen short and where you need to pick up the pace or slow down the pace.
Not them.
And it's never about anybody else. Okay. It's going to be about self.
Right.
And you have to be ready to accept whatever someone else's analysis is about your situation.
That's right.
I like that question, Regina. Good job.
What question?
Can therapy help?
Oh, okay.
She asked.
All right, y'all. Well, that's our time. We got to get up out of here.
Y'all. Hey. Thank y'all so much for listening to Cuss and Discuss.
Share the show on Facebook.
Yeah, share it on your feed.
Please share.
If you get something good from us, share it with other people.
Yeah.
You can listen to us on your way to work, on your way home, on Apple Podcasts.
Or just because.
Tune in and Spotify.
Yep.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.